aplauso súper fuerte.
Gracias, Austin. Thank you very much. I'm an immigrant myself. For 26 years, I'm come from Mexico City, but I call Austin my home now. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm gonna play a folk tune.
You're in my lens.
La concha dice en el mar, yo mantengo una riqueza, una prenda de belleza, con su brillo natural. Yo valgo más que el coral, que el diamante, que el rubí, yo no me cambio por ti. Pues yo valgo donde quiera y en regiones extranjeras también me aprecian a mí. Sé que hubo, no hubo, nada me voy pa'l yopo de madrugada, madrugada me voy pa'l yopo porque el guayabo me vuelve loco. Y usted la mandó poner, que si la pone, la pague, si no la pone también. Si la pone, la pague, si no la pone también. Mis tres hermanos queridos se los llevó la corriente, dice el niño tristemente. Qué caso más dolorido, marchamos todos unidos a bañarnos sin temor, vino reposo. Se lo llevo muy ligero cuando desaparecieron, cuando sería mi dolor. Sé que hubo, no hubo, nada me voy pa'l yopo de madrugada me voy pa'l yopo porque el guayabo me vuelve loco. Y usted lo mandó poner, que si la pone, la pague, si no la pone también. La concha dice en el mar, yo mantengo una riqueza, una prenda de belleza, con su brillo natural. Yo valgo más que el coral, que el diamante, que el rubí, yo no me cambio por ti. Pues donde quiera y en regiones extranjeras también me aprecian a mí. Sé que hubo, no hubo, nada me voy pa'l yopo de madrugada, madrugada me voy pa'l yopo porque el guayabo me vuelve loco. Y usted lo mandó poner, que si la pone, la pague, si no la pone también. Si la pone, la pague, si no la pone también. Si la pone, la pague, si no la pone también. One more last thing. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Unido jamás será vencido.
You guys give it up for Angel Ibanez. Next, I have the honor of introducing you to two amazing lawyers. We have John Netchman, who is a Houston immigration attorney, and he's a professor? He's a professor, he'll tell you more about it. And we have Chris Hamilton, who is the president of Lawyers for America, and he provided support at the DFW War Room when we had immigrants who were getting detained at the airport.
Hola, ¿cómo estamos, Austin? Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'm John Netchman. I'm an immigration attorney in Houston, and like many of you, I'm an immigrant. I'm from Korea, the product of a Korean mother and a Russian-German father who grew up in Mexico, where I have a huge and dear family. My husband, and now half of my family is here. He's from Colombia. And we live in this glorious mosaic that's America. You know, President Carter is the one who described America not as a melting pot, but as a mosaic. Because in a mosaic, it's all the gorgeous separate elements that come together to form this more spectacular whole, right? This is the strength and beauty of America. And when we cherish our differences, we grow as people and we prosper as a nation. But that unity and beauty have never been more threatened than now. And no one is more threatened these days than Latinos and Muslims. The Muslim travel ban and this sickening plan that's been recently announced to round up and deport anyone the government wants to claim is not legally present are the greatest threats to American unity in our lifetimes. And these come from those same irrational and cruel fears of and intolerance for others that led to some of the worst atrocities in our world's history. The demonization of people based on their skin tone, their cultural and religious backgrounds, the clothes they wear. This goes against the truest values we share as Americans. You know, the Spanish word, ojalá, means God willing. And the word in Arabic, inshallah, they're both. They mean the same. Paul McCartney sang it beautifully too. He sang the song, Let It Be, right? We're all in this together. We must fight together to see justice prevails. You know, there's so many destructive misconceptions, and as an immigration attorney, I hear them all the time. I have people and they ask me and they say, why won't they just become legal? Why won't they just pay you money so that you can get them legal? Or I get the ones who say, you know, I'm really against illegal immigration, but I know this really nice family, and they're at the church, and we all want to come together and help them because they really want to do the right thing. Well, for Christ's sake, that's the entire immigrant community for the most part. Nothing more than to legalize, but our laws are also screwed up that for most there is no legal option. You know, once in this country it was illegal for a woman to vote in elections. It used to be illegal for a white person and a black person to marry. Thank God we corrected those atrocities. And it's time to correct the damaging wrongs of our immigration system too. Now, I worked as a volunteer immigration attorney at the airport in Houston during the worst days of the Muslim ban. And I'll never forget one afternoon when I was there, and we watched about 20 members of an Afghani family, and they were there in their full outfits, they were in their clothing, and they were waiting patiently for the Emirates flight to come in from Dubai, because we learned from a refugee group that they were waiting for family members who'd been denied boarding just 3 days earlier because of the ban. And so they waited for 3.5 hours, and finally their family members came through those opaque doors at Houston's airport. And they fell to their knees, they cried, they broke out into chants, they started dancing, and then they did another amazing thing. They walked over, all 20, 30 of them walked over to our little table of volunteer attorneys, and they shook our hands and they embraced us. And they said, thank God, they said, you know, we loved this country before, but we never loved it more than knowing that strangers were here at this airport, ready to help people they don't even know. This is a nation of welcome, not walls. It's a nation of bridges, not bars. We want solutions, not deportations, and we will never surrender. Immigrants are our family, they're our employees, they're our fellow church members, and they're our fellow contributors to what makes this nation great. You know, the Star-Spangled Banner was not my first flag, but after immigrating here, I've loved and I've treasured it. And when I look at the deep, beautiful textures of that flag, I see the Korean flag of my birth. I also see the flag of my husband's country, Colombia, my Colombian family. Yo veo los tricolores de México. I see the blessed rainbow. I see mosques, I see churches, I see synagogues. And I can promise you, I see all of you. And there is no way that damn fool in the White House or any of the fools who work in this building are